Hi friends, hope you all are doing well. Today I wanted to share with you all a readathon that my friend and I created that will be happening in the next couple of weeks. My friend and I are finishing up our semesters at our respective colleges/universities, and we decided that we wanted to do something to celebrate the fact that the semester is over and that we'll have more time to read again. We decided that we wanted the readathon to take place from May the 16th to May the 29th, and I believe that is 14 days, so you'll have a good 2 weeks to get this reading done. For this readathon, we've decided to come up with 7 challenges, and what I'm going to do is share with you all the challenges that are attached to our readathon, as well as let you know the books that I plan on reading to fulfill those challenges. The first challenge that we have is called School's Out, and for that challenge we're going to read a book that's set at school. For this challenge I plan on reading A Separate Piece by John Knowles. I thought I had read this in high school, but I don't remember, so I thought I would read it again. To my knowledge, this takes place in New England during World War II at a boarding school, and we focus on 2 friends. Now, these 2 friends are very different. One of them, I believe, is very introverted, very intellectual, and the other one is more athletic, more outgoing, more of the social type. In this book, something happens between those 2 friends that basically change their lives forever. I'm really excited about this. Also, it's a shorty, so I think I can get it done. The next challenge that we have is called Pull an All-Nighter. For this one, we want you all to read a book in one day or in one night. For me, I plan on reading Utopia by Thomas More. This is another short book. This book talks about this utopia or this paradise, and someone who used to live there is telling us about their different customs. So the different political customs, religious customs, social customs, all that good stuff. And I had been meaning to read this one for a while because the idea of utopias and dystopias are very interesting to me, so I thought I would pick this one up as well. The next challenge that we have is called Study Abroad, and for that challenge we're going to be reading a book that takes place in another country. For this challenge I plan on reading Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. To my knowledge, this takes place in Nigeria, and there are 2 parts in the story. In the first part, we are following an individual who is considered a strong man in the village, and he has to navigate the things that are expected of him from society and what he wants himself. And I believe, I'm not entirely sure, I believe the second part speaks more of what changes occur when his village is influenced by the Western world, or more specifically by European ideals and values. Really pumped about this. Another short one, and I really like this cover. The next challenge that we have is called Lecture, and for this challenge we are going to be listening to an audiobook. I am going to be listening to Wildwood Emporium by Colin Malloy. This is the 3rd book in the Wildwood Chronicles. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil anything. What I will say is that we're following a girl named Prue and her friend Curtis who wind up in Wildwood. Wildwood is a magical place that can be found on the outskirts of this area in Portland, and the reason why they are going into Wildwood is because she witnesses a murder of crows kidnapping her baby brother. And from there, Prue and Curtis, they meet all the different creatures and the different beings in Wildwood, as well as the different principalities, and they're learning about the different politics and customs and all that other stuff that's happening. So with this book, we're following their stories still, and we're also seeing what else Wildwood has to offer. The next challenge is called Finals, and that is to read the last book in a series. I plan on reading the Storyteller by Aaron Starmer. Like Wildwood, this is also the last book in a series. The first book in the series, called The Riverman, is following a boy named Alistair Cleary. Basically, one day he discovers that the water in his basement's water boiler or water heater is talking to him. And so once he goes down to the basement, he notices that instead of the water heater, there's actually a cylinder of water just floating in his basement. So once he gets closer and he touches the water, he gets transported to this other realm, this other world. And while he's in this other world, he's realizing that the different places that he's going to came to be because a kid similar to himself basically imagined it. However, he notices that those children, through some sinister act, are disappearing. And so he has to figure out what's going on and also who or what is the cause between all these disappearances. So this book is the last one in that series. I am very excited for this. Something about this world, it's just very fun and exciting and a little bit creepy because kids are disappearing. But there's something about it that definitely draws me to it, so I'm really eager and excited to finish the series. The next challenge that we have is called Full-Time Student, and to fulfill that challenge, you would have to read 5 books in total. So if I am able to keep to my plan, I will in fact be able to read those 5 books and fulfill that challenge. The last challenge that we have is called Extra Credit, and to fulfill this challenge you basically would just be reading a 6th book. For this challenge I had to call upon my TBR mug, and after drawing from the mug I found that I would be attempting to read We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lionel Shriver. Now this book is very different than any book I've ever read or any book that I've ever owned, as a matter of fact. And this book, I believe, follows Kevin's mother, and throughout the book Kevin's mother is writing to Kevin's father. She's noticing these different and honestly these obscure things that her son is doing. We get an idea of the actions and the events that occurred before Kevin goes on to do whatever this thing is. Those are all the challenges for the end of the semester readathon, as well as the TBR that I have set. If you feel so inclined, please join us. Let me know what you plan on reading for this readathon, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm really excited to partake in this, and I'm really excited that I'll be doing this with a friend. So that's all that I have for you guys. If you've gotten this far and you haven't found my face annoying or you haven't found my voice annoying, please subscribe. I would love if you were to join me on this reading journey that I've got going on. Again, I hope that you all are doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!